Yeah. So every time I want to talk, my throat gets clogged up. And it's not the coronavirus. I've had this allergy problem for years. I haven't been able to find any real cure for it, other than to move to someplace other than here, but which I'm kind of stuck here for right now, for various reasons I'm not going to get into. But anyway, yeah, this coronavirus, I'm now pretty much 100% convinced is completely manufactured crisis. I kind of suspected it was in the beginning. Just the way they're just completely going bananas over this. And I mean, the mainstream media, you know, I sometimes look at the Drudge Report. The Drudge Report used to be fairly conservative. Now it's becoming almost as left-wing as the New York Times. I mean, it's just ridiculous. And of course, Matt Drudge, I could say some things about him, but I'll leave unsaid right now. But anyway, the one day I was looking at it one day, oh, every single article was the end of the world. Every single article. I mean, even at the very beginning of this thing, the world is ending. Bodies are going to pile up in the streets. There actually are some bodies piling up in some places, but it's because of asinine stupidity. They're doing the exact opposite of what they need to be doing with this situation. Okay, this stuff it hits nursing homes hardest. Almost all the deaths of this are in nursing homes. They should be cracking down on the nursing homes, and as soon as somebody shows signs of having this in a nursing home, they should be immediately taken out and then tested and treated and whatever. But they leave these people in the nursing homes, which is going to be a petri dish, as they call it. They're all breathing the same air, you know, and then they all get infected. And then you have like 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 people dying in one nursing home, accounting for maybe 90% of a state's deaths, you know. But in New York City, they ban funerals, which is why you have bodies piling up. You never saw that coming. Anyway, banning funerals is one of the most asinine things. I mean, I don't know, there's not too many things more dangerous than leaving dead bodies laying around. But anyway, especially ones who have died of some disease like coronavirus. But then they leave the subways open. It's like they're deliberately trying to spread this as much as possible. Now, some of the stuff I found, like what a big deal they're making out of this. Like Minnesota, okay. There's like, this is Minneapolis, Hennepin County's got 1,400 cases, you know, less than 200 deaths. Over in St. Paul, you got 22 deaths. I'm guessing the whole state has maybe about 300 deaths, if that. Now you go look at the state of Minnesota, okay? 9,000 people a year die of cancer. Almost 10,000 people a year. You know, slightly less heart disease, but just as current trends are, at the rate that this thing is trending, as you see, the new cases have reached a peak about 2 weeks ago, and this is probably going to start going down now. But with 300 deaths in Minnesota, and currently from this coronavirus, that's if you can believe this, which, you know, there's 700 people die a year from pneumonia in Minnesota. At the current trend, it looks like it's going to be close to the number of people dying from pneumonia. Nobody freaks out about pneumonia. You know, in Minnesota, all the schools are locked down, closed. It's going to screw up education for kids. Businesses are screwed up. There's going to be many people going out of business. Many people are going to be starting to go hungry. We're going to bankrupt the entire country on something that's probably going to kill as many people as pneumonia. You know? I mean, this is a manufactured thing. I mean, people are freaking out all over the place. Have been since the day. I go to the store, I don't wear a mask. And you got all these people, especially women, wearing masks. They're just scared to death. And they see I'm not wearing a mask and looking at me like I'm going to give them AIDS and they're going to drop dead, you know, any minute. And it's just, you know, mass hysteria, people trying to drive trains into into hospital ships and burning up cell towers. I mean, just all this lunacy over this disease. I think this video was has been removed. This is just in my memory of my computer. It had 55,000. Now, this is a group of people who are researching this. They're calling themselves truth hounds. They've been researching this extensively. Now, these aren't idiots. These are not tinfoil hat lunatics. Okay? These are researchers. Some of these people have backgrounds in military intelligence and security and other things. And they have actually traced this coronavirus to one person, and it's all traceable to U.S. military bases, NATO. They've looked up a lot of the players in this thing, and these guys seem to be having it together. Now, the videos, of course, are being banned and being shut down because, you know, I noticed CNN had a hit piece on these guys yesterday, which is a big, huge surprise. So there's no question that this coronavirus is a manufactured disease. The hype and the hysteria is manufactured. When you got the media screaming about this, let's just look at the Drudge Report. Let's see how many things CDC. The end of the world, terminal scans for entry, death models rise again, Congress cancels return, unemployment, all fear. We're all going to die, we're all going to die. It's the end of the world, and I'm not going to get into why they're doing all this. This video is probably going to be banned for just saying what I'm already saying. Well, there's a group of people, you can't get away from the spiritual aspect of this. There are forces of evil in this world who want to destroy the world. And that's why they're control freaks. They're greedy control freaks. A lot of this stuff is basically organized crime. You got most of society's leaders are Freemasons. And how can you have checks and balances and freedom and democracy when both sides of the aisle, Republicans and Democrats, are members of a secret society that has secret oaths that outweigh their oaths of office? Their oaths to these secret societies outweigh their oaths of office. And they claim that they're benevolent organization and blah, blah. And at lower levels, they seem to be. But as you get into higher secret levels, it becomes more organized crime-like. And it also starts to become more satanic. That's forbidden. You're not allowed to mention that. But, oh well. I hope this video doesn't get censored too quickly.